Layers of Fear. I played through this. I think this has new chapters because I played through and I started this up, which has a different intro to it than what I've. Because I played through the Layers of Fear 1 with the artist. I've played through. Did I play through? Yeah, I played through Layers of Fear 2. And I also played the Cyberpunk game that they made.
I once had it all. My palate was sated, nostrils stimulated, standing venerated. And one day, you took everything away but shame and pain.
Or is this you're playing as a writer?
I'm still not sure what game you're playing, but I'm back.
So I know you're playing as a writer. So I saw this.
I'm taking what's mine.
Yeah, which is interesting. So she's coming back after 10 years. But I thought this also includes the other game as the original Layers of Fear, I believe, with this as well. Because this is 10 years earlier. Is this? Yeah, so I think this is where she was, and now she's coming back here.
It made me think of your poem. Congratulations.
Birds. So it was the poem about birds, I guess. Can't pick that up. Oh, I can zoom. Never call him by the real name. Include the most important facts from the newspaper article about the scandal. Never tell what it is. No dates. Mid-20s? When did Layers of Fear take place? Wasn't the 20s? I was thinking it was the 30s. But didn't I? That's weird. I picked this up from a distance, but not from close. Oh, I guess because the animation comes in front of the chair. Boyfriend or husband? Old Victorian house, paintings and portraits everywhere. He is rich. Real life famous paintings. Before leaving to the island, must insist an art gallery for inspiration. So am I going to be the writer who writes Layers of the story of Layers of Fear? Is it going to be because maybe this isn't actually a whole new game. Maybe this is just like a package around, like that. I'm just gonna be. I'm not gonna go to the basement just yet. You know, this.
Dear, congratulations once again on winning our competition. Let us repeat, your submission astonished us, and we are delighted to welcome you in our hermitage. Make yourself at home. The whole lighthouse is at your disposal.
Oh, it's only going to read half of it, I guess. A boat will arrive a week with supplies, and if you need anything, there's a phone on the premises. Wishing you a fruitful and inspirational stay, the management. Kitchen. Okay. Thought I was going to be locked in for a second. Okay. Gas stove. So what is... Okay, I think there's a thing in the intro. Calendar. Wasn't the 50s? This might be... Wounds, mental and physical. Service medals. No war. Focus on the art and finishing the painting. Yeah, so I'm writing the story Layers of
The
Fear.
author of the winning essay will receive an opportunity to write the book on the subject in our lighthouse, accommodated especially for this purpose.
The agency invites all interested writers to submit their essays concerning the life and work of one of the most mysterious and tragic figures in history. Okay, so he is a real person in this universe, and I am an author contracted to write his story. I guess he never was named, was he? The artist that you're playing as. Names are always a funny thing in the Layers of Fear. You know, there's always illegible stuff in various writings. Submissions will be open. So, yeah, so I wrote an essay, I guess, about the artist, or, oh, there, yeah, 1950.
Huh? Whole lighthouse is at your disposal. My ass.
Hello.
Hello?
I received the word that you came to the lighthouse. You find everything to your liking.
Well, that was fast. Yeah, I'm here.
I'm very pleased to hear it. Now, are you writing?
What?
I got here like 30 seconds
You must
ago.
understand, Mrs. It is imperative that you start your work as soon as possible. I will remind you that you signed a contract. So it is very specific on the timeline. I would advise you abide by it. Goodbye.
Okay.
Now that was a conversation I was too sober for.
I don't know if I was sober enough. I'm trying to figure out. So the artist was a real figure. You know, there's news articles and such, I'm guessing, about him, and they're wanting me to write a story about him, but I'm guessing that they're suspicion of some actual supernatural part about it. Chapter 1, the marriage. Chapter 2, the accident with the fire. Yeah. His wife ends up getting burned and disfigured. Destruction of the marriage. Metaphors, shape-changing, environment, avoid. A science fiction nonsense. Yeah, so it's just, yeah. Grab saver or a different book.
I'm an adult, Mama. Crippled or not, I can take care of myself now. It's time for you to focus on yourself. I can't wait to read that book. Love you. Yours.
I feel like I could almost read that. Maybe. For some reason, I see the word sibling. But he's calling me Mama, so that can't be what it actually is. Alright. guessing this is... Oh, it's not locked. I thought this was going to be the exit. Out of order. Those chains were not there in the intro. Burnt out bulbs. Electricity does not seem stable here. Oh, I guess this is actually the exit because that's where the...
Dear,
This was...
congratulate.
Yeah, that's the, like, introductory letter. Why would there be a timetable? I mean, I understand authors... Yeah. But he seems like that there's a timeline for another reason. Like something else is going on. I'm definitely gonna need to remember that the generators down here, his power's definitely gonna fail at some point.
Look, I'm aware of the rat's presence, okay? But nothing can be done about it. They've been on this island as long as anyone can remember. It's in our best interest to leave them be.
And of course, the fact that I'm at a lighthouse for inspiration about to write a story about an artist. Like, her note actually stated, like, oh, I should go to an art museum for some inspiration. It's like, but wasn't the contest be like, oh, you can go to the lighthouse for inspiration to write? Wasn't that the idea of coming here? But if I'm writing a story about an artist, it doesn't really make sense. Hello? Oh, there's a mousetrap. Alright. Now I'll have to see if I actually start writing the story. Does this transition? Okay. Oh, can't just ignore that. Hello? Somebody here? Oh, you're the thing breathing in the intro. Oop. Hello. What are you eating? These potatoes. Fish head. Can I? Oh, I have to get really close to it. This is going to be one of his paint. Is this going to be the wife? Yep. I feel like that was not this current picture, but there was a flash, and I think that was the like fully disfigured painting of his wife, like one of the very early stages. I swear that's what that was for like a second.
Might as well make some good use of the phone while I'm here.
What am I gonna call for pizza?
Hello?
Hi, darling. I'm calling to let you know I'm here. Can you believe the agency already called to see if I was working?
That's insane. Did you at least have time to settle in a bit? How's the lighthouse? Inspiring? Spooky? Haunted?
All of these things. I was just looking around and it's certainly something. How are you? Do the meds work?
Don't you worry about me, Mama. This is your time to do your work. To live your life.
That
Well,
sounded different than
maybe
the
you're
note.
right. I should probably get to it then. Bye, son. Love you.
Love you too, Mama.
Oh, maybe it is the same. Okay. For a second, I was like, is that a different voice actor? But I guess... no, because he was saying in the note that he's an adult now. I almost felt like that was a different voice. New meds. So, trying to wonder if my son might be somebody. Because I don't remember Layers of Fear 2, unfortunately.
I know how you must feel. Lost. Alone. Hopeless. You probably deserve it. But even for you, there is still a way. A way to bring it all back. The one precious thing you ever truly desired. Finish it.
Okay, so so this is just a wrapper for the actual. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I've played through this a bunch of times.
We would like to ask you to cease bothering our pest control specialists, as well as refrain from sending us any more of your highly inappropriate letters. All of our employees that visited your house reported absolutely no signs of a rodent infestation of any kind, and as such, decided not to act further than a prophylactic spraying. Please treat this letter as a final warning, or else the next envelope you'll receive will be from our lawyers.
I don't remember if they were voice acted though. They might have added voice acting for some of the notes and letters. I know when you picked up various objects and such, because this is now going to be the basic.
Figured you'd be up all night, so I made you a little treat. You know, I bet even Rembrandt occasionally took time off from being brilliant and snored his head off like the rest of us common folk. I know. In other words, get some sleep, you big dummy. I love you.
Yeah, this is where you get to see the baseline house. Before it ends up breaking. Really? That's a really localized rain.
I didn't touch the workshop, just like you asked. Although I can't imagine the mess that's inside. Also, if you care so much for that room, maybe you should pay more attention to where you leave the keys. I brought them back to your office.
Yeah, that was definitely not voice acted before. Yeah, so they added voice acting to a lot of the stuff. I'm trying to remember, is the piano down here? Except that I think happens later. Report card. Yeah.
I'm sorry for yesterday. You were right. I overreacted. It's just that this isn't about me. It's about her. Everything I do with her best interest in mind. I guess I've always believed that in an imperfect world, it's worth it to strive for perfection. Oh, now I'm starting to sound like my father. I will work on my temper, though. Promise. We'll talk later.
So the thing is, because the Layers of Fear game loops. But then I'm guessing this can't. The Livinian partners got a rat problem.
I'm so sick and tired of us talking through these notes. We live in the same house, for God's sake. Come talk to me when you're done, before you go to sleep.
It's like, oh, not gonna get into this room. So that's the end of the game. Oh, for a second I thought it wasn't. And here's the kids' room.
Why pink?
Because it's a pink pony.
Hush. Daddy's here.
Yeah, because the key should be directly on the office table here.
I'm sorry. I'll make it up to you. Tonight it's all about you and me. Let's make it special.
You promised!
Little Red Riding Hood. That's like way too serious. Yeah, and then there should be a letter about that from like my publisher, I think. Or is it all the way at the end of this or something? Because yeah, he's like contracted to do the art for, no, it's just for a children's book, and he sends that.
Let me ask you one simple question.
Oh, here we go.
Have you completely lost your goddamn mind? I know you're going through some rough times right now. I really do. That's why I've agreed to let you do those illustrations in the first place. For old time's sake. I even deliberately gave you a trivial task, because I expected Little Red Riding Hood to be something you can draw in your sleep. What I didn't expect is to get this demented nightmare fuel you submitted for a kid's bedtime story. There is no way in hell I'm using this, and I already regret agreeing to a payment in advance. Please, get your shit together.
Actually, hearing the voice actor to that does change it a little bit. I felt the tone of being a lot more harsher, whereas that came across a lot more friendly.
Been working all night. Don't wake me up.
I don't remember if this door ever opens. There were so many times where they did like seasonal stuff and things like that. And I'm trying to remember if that door was ever accessible. Yes, then here's all the things from the chapters.